Kick it.
It's candy. She's just so candy.
So, we were talking about projects.
Yep.
Name some of the projects or the people that I know we all work together on helping Shannon Howe,
Yep.
local R&B artist from Indianapolis. Shout out again to Shannon Howe. So explain that, what happened with that project, what all was going on with that, because I think you guys had a single that ended up being played on one of our radio stations.
Yep.
Or actually a couple of radio stations here.
Yeah, so one of the stories we're lucky. I mean, it sounds like the Chipmunks were lucky, just showed up and brought Shannon to my doorstep. Like, hey, I want you to meet Shannon. Hey, I want you to meet Lucky. No, I do my little Lucky impression, but he was like, yeah, y'all need to work together. So.
Oh my God! He straight up got the tone of the voice and everything.
You're too talented. You need. So I was like, all right. And at that time, I hadn't worked with R&B artists yet. I was doing straight rap. So he came over, and we were in the house, and we started making a track, and then he left. And then Shannon and I just started writing. We came up with a concept. The song was "Wait on Me," and that track to this day still does not sound dated. It still relates to a lot of people's situation. And I mean, we sat there, we wrote it. Where did we record it at? Oh, Tyler came up. We actually recorded.
Was it down with?
We recorded it at my house.
Okay.
On Cornelius. I forgot about that. Yeah. So we recorded it at the house, and Shannon, being the talented, motivated artist that she is, she took the song and just went with it, and she took it to 96 with Rec and sent it everywhere. And then next thing I know, all these opportunities started coming to us to go perform this song, to the point where some people thought that we actually wrote it about ourselves. And we were talking about that earlier. That's the point where you have a hit, when it's so believable that people just like, is that about y'all? But we just sat there and we wrote it. And I love Shannon like a sister. We cut up. We still cut up on Facebook, and it's just like the
chemistry. I mean, even with that, let's go back. We flooded this city with that song and her other songs, because you were also helping her pretty much get her solo career launched as well, right? Yeah.
We did 3 other songs. We did Fired Up. We did Do Me.
Fired Up.
Oh, when the
folks I'm fired up. I take my dude. Okay. What's the other one song?
Do Me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, we were actually we were
Come on, do me, baby. Or whatever. I remember that one.
And you were pivotal to that too, because you kind of started managing everything. Like you were promoting.
Yeah, it was almost like I was her personal manager. At the same time, we were trying to help each other.
Yeah.
We were helping each other. I was working with her doing like the managing type job responsibilities. We were locking down shows, venues, and then we all got a chance to go to Philadelphia.
Philly. And perform that song at a nightclub. I can't remember what the nightclub was.
I remember seeing Allen Iverson there though that one day. That was Allen Iverson came in towards the end.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out to AI wherever you at.
Yep. And I mean, I'd never gone to Philly before, and it's like, wow, again, this passion for music has given me the opportunity to go over here, and we had a ball, and it was just like, wow. And we were talking about this earlier. Without social media being like it is now, it was hard to get followers. It was hard to get people to come out to shows. And we talked about earlier, whenever local artists would perform here, because we had Soul Fest, we had
the Guy Blacks.
We had the
Star Quest,
the Mecca. We had all these. We were always looking for shows. And most of the time we were performing for other artists. That
because the support was there. Because when you knew that XYZ was performing, the whole town came out, or to support. I mean, let's be honest. That's how some of the shows are now too, as well.
Yeah.
Unless you have, and we'll talk about that. Unless it's a national recording artist behind, and so therefore, a lot of times, when you're paying your money, you want to see that national recording artist before you want to see a local artist.
Right.
But things have changed on that.
And that's where people like Lucky came in, because I remember putting posters up on telephone poles. Like, that's how we promoted. We really got out there and we touched people. We passed out CDs and tapes, and we just went hard. I mean, it just was like that was all we had back then. The radio.
But you know what? I still think that there's certain platforms that were already existing, and I'm gonna say it again. I gotta give a shout out to Guy Black, because that's actually how I met Shannon, being in the Guy Black talent show. So when I was in it the second time around, Shannon was singing at the time. Her and I didn't meet up till like a year later, when she was at one of the studios, and it was coincidence. It was a contest or something, and that's how we met up. And she was like, "Hey, you still dance?" "Yeah, I dance," And then that's how we gained our relationship. But then that's how you came along, was working with her, and it became to me what I considered a family.
Yeah.
Doing shows out of town, doing shows here. Not to mention, again, going back to your radio play. So you weren't just on one radio station; you were on crossover radio stations as well.
Yep.
You established a relationship from there.
Yeah. We and with that, when we did that, we actually did a show at the patio in Broadway, which was a huge success. People came out. People came out for that show, and we had got a chance to perform live on WZPL on the Smiley Morning Show, and I performed on his show several times over the years. But like you said, that's a crossover audience, and I remember. We were in the studio. We were like, "Smiley, you gonna come out?" And did not think this man was gonna come out. Like we was having fun on the radio. Mm-hmm. And as you know, he came out to the show and had a good old time. We might have to post some pics later.
The old video. I had the old video. I was the videographer back then too.
You were like TMZ back in the day. you got the footage, like so.
You're stupid.
But that was an awesome show. I mean, I'll send you a pic that we took, because Ancient Monkey was back then, so they were coming out and they were doing photography. Yep, shout out to Bob, Robert Colson, and Elliot. It's like we were a big family, and I look back now, and that was the best time of my life. It's like that was all we did, and we were just so. The energy was just there, and I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Okay, so I tell you what, we're gonna come on back and we're gonna finish talking about what happened from that point on with Shorti Short Kut, Indianapolis' own Shorti Short Kut.